Okay. So lean thinking. So James Womack and Daniel Jones said lean thinking is a way to specify value. Now, I like the word lean thinking. Lean is thinking, and lean is not just tools and techniques. And the constant thought of adding value to the customer, the constant thought of enhancing value to the customer. In the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I'll just explain that. In Maslow tried to understand why is that humans, and there is a relationship between why I'm talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs to the values, okay, to the value that I'm talking about, value to the customer. Human beings have different types of needs, and the needs actually expand their capability. What are those needs? At the very basic level, there are some basic needs. It's called physical needs, okay, or physiological needs. Roti, kapada, makan, food, water, and shelter. So these are all the basic needs of human beings. And that's the reason why people started, there are some people who wanted those basic needs. Then once the basic needs are fulfilled, then they move to safety and security. It's more of a psychological need. It's more of a, there is a band of psychological need. The first is safety and security. What is safety and security? Once the basic needs are fulfilled, then they go to safety and security, which means that, I should have some amount in the bank in case something happens. You get insurance, you do fixed deposits, or you try to secure your house. You try to protect yourselves, protect your family, protect your kids and other things. Safety and security, that's the next level of need. And then the third level of need is called relationships, intimacy. People start looking at relationship and intimacy. They say that first the food, water, shelter, all these needs are satisfied. Then you have safety, security, all that is there. Then people are looking for relationship. People are looking for intimacy, love, sex, or whatever that you call, right? So they go to fulfill their needs. They do all the things to achieve those needs. After that is fulfilled, now, these are all slightly overlapping hierarchy of power and prestige and position. What is the power and prestige and position? A supervisor wants to become manager, manager wants to become general manager wants to become the managing director or a president of a company, or he wants to be an entrepreneur and he wants the power. A local corporate wants to become, a union leader wants to become a corporator wants to become a MLA wants to become, and MP wants to become minister, chief minister, whatever it is, right? Power, position. Those are all the needs. But ultimately, after you achieve power, position, and all that, at the apex of it, that is called as self-fulfilling needs. Self-fulfilling, self-actualization. Okay, actually Maslow describes that as self-actualization. And self-actualization, the definition is actually contributing value, contribution to the society. Like for example, even if you reach to the level of Bill Gates and finally you have something called as Gates Foundation, right? Warren Buffett's foundation, Steve Jobs Foundation, TCS Foundation, or whatever. So because we start thinking, okay, we have achieved thus far, but there is some vacuum, and that's why, in all our religions, they talk about something ultimate to be achieved. Now, the reason that I brought this Maslow hierarchy of needs is there is some sort of a deep satisfaction when we actually create value and add value in the hierarchy of needs. And we always want to do more. And the more we attach ourselves to the value, then we find a sort of holistic satisfaction in achieving that. We wanted customer to get best quality. We want customer to get best cost. We want customer to get the timely deliveries. We want the customer to give the customer right products. And we always want to add value to the customer. That is also one way of satisfying our needs. Okay, and that is towards the apex of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, so lean thinking is a way to specify value, line up the value creative activities in the best sequence, and conduct those activities without interruption. whenever someone requests them and perform them more and more effectively. That's a definition in the Lean Thinking book. Okay, there are some questions to ponder. Let's see what they are. When you walk into the shop floor, we always said material is the one that the customer cares about. So whenever we see the shop floor, sometimes we see people waiting, that is man waiting. Sometimes we see machine waiting, and sometimes we see material waiting. And we always said this, right? What should not wait and what can wait? Material should not wait, right? That's what customer cares about. So I want you to carry this as a homework. Suppose if you find a machine idle, suppose you walk into the shop floor and you find people are working. I don't want answers in the comment box here. And this is the thought that you need to put it in the group, share it in the group. Okay. Machine is waiting. Man and material is busy. And in the case 2, man is waiting or idle, whereas machine and material is busy. In the third case, material is idle, man and machine is quite busy. In the fourth case, only material is moving, man and machine is idle. In the fifth case, man alone is busy, the other 2 are idle. In the sixth case, machine is busy, the other 2 are idle. In the seventh case, all the 3 are idle. Now, this will bring out your lean thinking in the mind. So in the case 1, I want you to write what would be the situation in the factory. You have to imagine, if this is case 1, what would be the situation in the factory? Why is that machine is idle and both of them are working? What could be the possible situation in the factory as per your experience? So if the question is clear, then I request you to think. See, this is for your thinking, that you need to write down what should be the situation in this case. Okay, so there are 8 cases, and 8 cases will give you that there can be different answers. This is one of the answers that I got. You can see the answers later, but I want each and every one of you to think and write your understanding of what the situation of that company would be. Fat means just obese or heavy or whatever it is. Excess unwanted fat. I'm really specific in saying this, okay? So laws of flexibility, excellent. What else? Please, I want active participation from everyone. Let's see what happens if you excess fat. Diet, what you should do, but what happens? What are the consequences of having excess unwanted fat in the body? Okay, you can't be flexible, you're prone to disease, you are sluggish, okay, you're not fit, your BP might be shoot up, you might be feeling lazy, okay, other organs might get impacted, response will be slow, that's right, energy level get low. So similarly, in your organization, what does excess fat mean? It's like, what does excess fat mean in your organization? For an organization, what does excess fat means? Okay, sluggish, no energy, no confidence. So excess inventory. Excess fat means excess inventory. What else is excess fat means? Anything else excess inventory, okay? Now, the question is, I'm laying the foundation for value stream mapping here, okay? Because in value stream mapping, all the waste manifests itself into inventory. Most of the waste will manifest itself in the form of inventories. And people will ask, why is that breakdown time not taken in the value stream mapping? People would ask, why is that the defect, the rework time is not taken in value stream mapping? But the answer is this. The answer is the other forms of waste actually manifest into the form of inventory. Okay, just because people are short, wherever people are there, we tend to produce more. Whenever machines are breakdown, when the machine is running okay, then we shoot it up and make sure that we fill in the inventory. And so on and so forth. Whenever we know there are quality defects, we keep a buffer on that and then cover it up in the form of inventory. So when you have this excess inventory, wastage, breakdowns in the company, so it will lead to high lead time. We know that, right? It will lead to high lead time, high cost, low motivation level, and all that we have seen. Okay, low quality, all that. So the question is this. This is the question that we ask in Lean. With the same resources, with the existing resources, can you do it faster? Can you do it more? Can you do it cheaper? These are the three fundamental questions that we ask. With the same resources, can you do it faster? Can you do it more? And can you do it cheaper? This is possible only if you systematically identify and reduce waste. You have to systematically reduce waste, identify and reduce waste. So that's why we talk about Lean, which is achieving excellence by continual identification and reduction of possible elimination of waste. The Japanese word for waste is muda, so we say no muda.